In April of 2024, I had the honor of volunteering my hobbyist photography skills to one of Denver's most iconic landmarks. The historic Elitch Theater opened in the late 1800s, along with a zoological garden and eventually a nationally recognized amusement park. Shows ran here until the 1980s, when the theater was forced to close. In the early 2000s, an organized effort to preserve and restore what was now a historic landmark got underway. Now, with a history spanning over 130 years, this sacred performance space is waking up and beckoning a new generation of artists through its doors. Time here is something that feels encapsulated and simultaneously encroaching. The walls of the dressing rooms are covered in faded and elegant handwriting from thespians of over a century ago, while the floors have rotted away and need replacing. The balcony seating and higher loft space of the theater are untouched to the point of requiring new electricity and stabilization, leading to a precarious expedition that ended up serving thrills like the ghost hunting shows I've watched on TV. Being in Elitch Theater is an awe-inspiring experience. It doesn't take long to feel the history and presence of those who once performed here. The likes of Grace Kelly, Harold Lloyd, Vincent Price, and Antoinette Perry, the very woman to give us the American Theater Wing and the Tony Award, all performed in this theater. One of my heroes, Robert Redford, briefly tread the boards here as well. Seeing their faces staring back from the wall of the lobby, I was reminded of passages from my favorite book, Neil Gaiman's American Gods. This is a roadside attraction, which means it's a place of power. Just like the people who built churches and temples, they knew something important was happening here, that there was some focusing point, some channel, some window to the imminent. And these are the gods who have passed out of memory. Every room held relics from the past, vibrating with the energy of enthusiastic performers, mesmerized patrons, and giddy children experiencing wonder and excitement. John and Mary Elitch pioneered something that Walt Disney had yet to succeed with. When Mary Elitch was left with no alternative but to sell the property after John's death, one of Mary's stipulations now feels like a holy ritual unto the theater. It was agreed that a box be left open for whenever she was inclined to attend a performance. Today, Mary Elitch's box is again reserved for her, as the theater prepares to come alive again with new performances. My experience here bordered on spiritual. Every step I took was one of immense reverence, finding myself humbled by the space and the history it held. I fully intend for my first time here to not be my last. If ever there was a space I could wish to perform in, this is it. To have even been allowed to make the small contribution of taking pictures to the Elitch Theater's continued history is the honor of a lifetime. I am eager for the opportunity to give of myself and my time in grander ways. So I won't be saying goodbye. I will instead say, with gratitude and respect, to be continued.